a podcast and addressed it squarely. And, well, here's what she said.
How has being married to someone with that level of fame impacted your identity?
Where do I start?
Your husband was in a very public relationship. People were obsessed with them being together.
Mm-hmm.
Were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
This is so crazy. I've literally never talked about this ever. A lot of the hate and the perpetuation comes from like, oh, you stole him. It's about people knowing the truth. Because there's a truth.
Wait, did she have
All right, I am here for this.
Wait a minute, what's going on?
I am here for this.
So this is obviously, this is a promo clip. It is the ultimate promo clip.
He is so upset. See,
yeah, look,
hold on, Fabian, this is right. I just want to tell everybody something. In the commercial, before we start, Harvey was just saying, look, this is not my generation, and maybe I'm not so into this story, but as the clip was playing, I look at Harvey, and he was just like, what? What? And he was so crestfallen.
Anyway, back to the news here. Obviously, we're going to cover it when it does there and see what she actually says. But Selena was actually trending last night when this promo clip was published. And there's a lot of Selena fans coming out and taking some shots at Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber, too. Basically saying they're using her name for clout. This is super old. This is dead. And Selena's on to bigger and better things now, especially with her new show. So it's a little strange that Hailey's actually entertaining talking about this because obviously...
She was asked.
But also, the podcast people got this cleared with her and her team. So it's interesting that Hailey obviously wants to talk about it, set the record straight. But in reality, this is old news. Nobody really cares. But obviously, we do care. We're gonna tune in. But I'm sure Selena Gomez is not happy about this one bit.
Well, look, I see a lot of date lines, so I can connect the dots on this stuff.
Well, part of it, Selena is
she's going to say no. When you watch it, she's going to say no. She's like, oh, there's been a lot of hate and all this other stuff. She's going to say no. I already know what she's going to say.
What exactly?
She's going to say we were never together. I was never with Justin.
Oh, then Hailey's going to say that.
Hailey's going to say I was never with Justin at the same time he was with Selena. It was obvious that's where it was going.
But there are some fans who feel that this is Hailey and Justin's attempt at damage control or getting ahead of the story.
Fabian said it's long ago.
Let go. Gosh. Well, we're trying for like 2 minutes, but you and Fabian are going on. I mean, Selena Gomez has a documentary that's coming out in November where she's going to, at least she's hinted that she is going to talk about that breakup and what happened between her and Justin. So a lot of people feel that this is Hailey and Justin getting out.
We should mention real quick the reason this is even a point of conversation because Hailey did get with Justin soon after Selena Gomez. Remember that? We covered it at the time. He was with Selena for a bit. They got back together. It was a big recoupling, kind of like J-Lo and Ben. And then all of a sudden they were off, and then he was with Hailey Bieber and marrying her in like in a heartbeat. So there needs to be a little clarification, whether it comes from Hailey or Selena. Either way, we obviously want to hear it.
Well, look, I do want to say one other thing. Justin and Selena were on and off for years. So, that relationship was like a roller coaster. And, at a point, he meets somebody else and falls in love and marries her. I mean, I don't see what's so weird about that after he finally, said sayonara. I just don't quite understand what the issue would be.
Reagan, you're laughing too, right? I mean, we're all laughing because before we came in, you're just like, okay.
Well, I don't really care. Because now I know
you
the answer. It's very clear. She's going to say there was no overlap.
Hey, this is Danny from Buffalo. Go Bills. I guess the podcast host doesn't have much to discuss with Hailey other than her husband. But it is weird to bring this up after 4 years of marriage. I'm sure Selena Gomez is saying, why are you so obsessed with me?
Well, but wait a minute. Wait. But I thought Selena's doing a documentary where she's going to mention all
She's
of
doing a
this.
documentary where she's going to talk about her mental health and all the things.
But she's going to talk about her breakup
people
with
are
Justin Bieber.
assuming that she's going to talk about, because how can you talk about your mental health and everything you've been through if you don't talk about the biggest breakup of your life?
Facts. Okay, we're moving on.
Yes, moving on to some very scary facts for Shakira. The possibility